Hello everybody, Dixie with Mydoma Studio here, and today we're going to talk about how to integrate your studio in Zapier. The first thing I'm going to do here on my dashboard is to come over to the top left-hand side. I'm going to click on the logo mark, which is going to open up my studio menu. I'm going to select Studio Settings here at the top, and in the actual Studio Settings menu, I'm going to come down to Integrations and click on it. And you can see the Zapier integration right here. Now, please note that to get access to the Mydoma Studio Zapier integration, you will need to follow this link. Make sure that you have already created your Zapier account and you'll be all set to go. I've already done that, so I am ready to click on this link. When I do, it's going to say that I have been invited to use Mydoma Studio. There is a button down here at the bottom that says Accept Invite and Build a Zap. I'm going to click on that button. And now I'm going to create a Zap. The first thing I need to do is find Mydoma. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to search. Oops, helps if I spell right. Make sure you select the Mydoma integration that has the dark blue roof and says Mydoma Studio 1.0.0. So I've got that. The next step is I need to choose an event. I'm going to click here in the search box and I am going to come down here to package purchased and continue. Now the next step is to make sure that you do that final thing to connect your studio with Zapier. So I'm going to click this blue sign in button. A new window appears. It says that I need to have the API key to be able to link the two. So I am going to go back to my studio. To that same integrations page, I haven't left it, and I'm going to click on the Generate API Key button. Now that I've done that, you can see there is an API key here. I am going to click to copy it. It has copied it, and now I'm going to go back to Zapier, and then I hit Control V to paste the API key into the box. Now, if you are on a Mac, that is Command V. Now that I've done that, I'm going to select Yes, Continue to Mydoma Studio 1.0.0. And we are now connected. Click Continue. It's going to ask to test your trigger, so I'm going to click the Test Trigger button. And it did find the connection and everything is good to go. Now it's time to set up an action. Today we're going to talk about how to connect your MailChimp. So I'm going to select MailChimp from my list. Next, it's asking what event do I want to happen. I want to add or update a subscriber. And I'm going to click Continue. Now I need to connect with my MailChimp. I'll click the blue sign in button. The new box will pop up and I will log in. Click the login button. Now I need to authorize Zapier to connect to my MailChimp, so I'm going to come down here. Make sure you do read everything in the terms and conditions. For now, though, I've already done that, so I'm just going to click Allow. Now this is connected. I'm going to select Continue. Now we're going to do a few things. First, I'm going to select my audience. Now, these fields will depend on how you have your MailChimp set up. Next up, I am going to choose an email address. So I'm going to come down here to Client Email. So this is when the person purchases the package and puts in their email address, it's going to send it here. Click off to the side. For the double opt-in, I am going to go ahead and say false. You may want to actually have a double opt-in. That gives people more control, so when they get added, they can then go ahead and verify that they do want to be added to your mailing list. Update existing is the next field. It says yes currently. Below it, it says if no, the Zap will skip or halt this step if the subscriber exists. I don't want to create 17 of the same person, so I'm going to say yes, that is exactly what I want. And then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to come down here to first name. I'm going to click in it and select my client first name. For the last name, I'm going to click the client last name. And that looks good. I'm going to come down here to the bottom and click Continue. Next, we need to go ahead and test it. So I'm going to scroll down and click Test Action. All right, it looks like we passed. So I'm going to go ahead and click Publish. And just like that, my Zap is published. It is ready to go. I do want to come up here to the top. I'm going to give this a name. I've typed in package purchased, then add to MailChimp mailing list. Everything looks good here. And I am going to go ahead and click this blue button back here with the arrow. It's going to take me back to the list of my Zaps. And you can see here that I have package purchased, add to MailChimp mailing list. All right, that's it for today. If you have any questions, just hop into your studio support chat and let us know. Happy designing!